to Yahweh, by Josh, double honors to the apostles, elders, salutations to the elect, that's pushing the work, that's waking up to this truth. Okay? So this lesson is reasons to hate Esau. One of my reasons, all right, is eugenics. Okay? Or formerly known as Darwinism. Okay? These are the things that they're pushing on the world. You go into eugenics, it's pretty much Esau sterilizing, poisoning people to get rid of them. All right, and that's ultimately his, the grand plan. How can I say, his enterprise?
Agenda.
His agenda. What? Okay, so eugenics under the guise of trying to save the world. Okay, and I got this article. It's called "The God of Useful Pandemics," just to give you a visual on.
Oh, you taking it back?
Oh yeah.
Taking it way back. Okay.
That shows you the hate that they have for the world, not only the world but the Most High Yahweh.
Right.
So how are we gonna love someone that's always been consistently hateful, all right, and had malice in their heart towards the one true God, man? All right. All right. So I kind of want to start off with a Revelation.
Yeah, and this is Salaki. This is directed to IUIC.
Yeah.
All right, for that weirdo statement that dude made in IUIC Virginia. Okay, because it seems like you guys is being paid off.
Yeah,
because that's a crazy, wicked statement. But you got it, bro.
Yeah, and the scriptures say you're not supposed to arrest judgment.
Right.
You're supposed to bring judgment out. And it seems with these guys, it's the same old play, They speak light of the devil, only because, they, of course, we know they 501c3. But here we go. All right, so the first precept I'm going to use is Revelations. Okay, let me go on. Revelations 11 and 18.
You want to walk, or can you walk in? Okay.
Revelations 11 and 18. And it reads, it says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged." All right? The dead represents the heathen nations, okay, because they're going to be judged as well. Okay? It says, "And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants," because that's what we're waiting for, the prophets. Okay? That's what the scripture said, the patience and faith of the saints.
That's right.
Which is to restore the nation of Israel, restore peace and order. All right? Okay? It says, "Into the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy," and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Okay? And who is destroying the earth? That's Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? And he got this thing called eugenics, all right, that they employ to sterilize, all right, to weed out the population, all right? And it's this whole sinister philosophy behind it, all right, ideology. Okay, so we're going to this, the God of Useful Pandemics, all right? And these are some of the quotes that the most renowned Edomites have said against the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Right.
So I'm going to read a few, and then I'm going to get back to some precepts. It says, here, this is by Dr. Amy Laura Hall, Assistant Professor of Theological Ethics at Duke Divinity Schools. All right, or school, excuse me. It says, does an orphan in the woods have a voice if there is no one to hear her cry? You see? Now, why would you say that?
Right.
Unless you got something, unless you're about to do something sinister behind it. Okay? And it reminds me of how they what the scriptures talk about, what it say about us, that we are found, what it's in Wisdom of Solomon 2, they're found to be nothing worth. And so they use the law of justice to come after us. You see?
Yeah.
And they create this whole philosophy behind it, eugenics, behind ethnic cleansing. Because that's what eugenics is, it's just ethnic cleansing.
Where you have guys like Bill Gates, they're known as philanthropists. And those philanthropists are the dudes who are the ones who try to say that they're or humanitarians.
Yeah.
You know, but those is really code words for demons.
Yeah,
Those is code names for demons, man.
That's it.
Because they put the sulfur in front of the sun. They want to block out the sun for global warming and things like that. That's eugenics, which is actually it'll end up killing you. You know, breaking down your immunity. You know.
Right. So I'm gonna go on. All right. It says. So I read it again. It says, "Does an orphan in the woods have a voice if there is no one to hear her cry?" You know. So essentially, what they're implying is that if you know, select. How I'm gonna put this. Right. So basically, they're implying that that some people don't have a voice. All right. Because they're in a vulnerable state. And it's the best way I can put it now. All right. So the second one, it says the subject of these two works, the goddess of eugenics and the god of useful pandemics, is the most bizarre and unbelievable phenomenon. It says, could billionaire Nazi-style eugenicists be operating in 2009 if you have the courage and stomach for this excreta, read on. It says, this is by a quote by the Club of Rome, goals for mankind. All right. It says the resultant ideal sustainable population is hence more than 500 million, but less than 1 billion. And this is what they want to bring the world to. All right. They want to tear down the population and destroy it. Okay. So how can you love someone that consistently, when you look at their track record, all they have done is destroy?
Right.
And they use eugenics and the pseudoscience as guides to do that. You know, saying that people are impudent, saying that people are imbeciles. Okay. You know, that's the highest pride you can possibly have, man. All right. Okay. So it says the next one is by Costu, 1991, explorer and UNESCO courier. It says, in order to stabilize the world population, we must eliminate 350,000 people per day. It is a horrible thing to say,
Damn.
but it is just as bad not to say.
Per day?
Yeah, so this is their mindset, and that's why they got all these different industries. You got the cigarette industry. You got even the food and agriculture industry. How they genetically modify things.
Well, what's the big one? Big Pharma.
Big Pharma. Yeah, that's what they call it. You know, because it's a big corporation running these different institutions. You know, and their main intent is to make people sick. Their main agenda is to eliminate people. So how can we love somebody that consistently is showing us that they want nothing but pretty much destruction to mankind? You know. All right. This one is by Dave Forum. Okay, the Sierra Club, co-founder of Earth First. So they talk about Earth First, and that's all this other madness. But what they're really doing, all right, is putting themselves first. Okay, because these are super elite, super rich. It says here, in order to select, it says, I believe that human overpopulation is the fundamental problem on Earth today, and we humans have become a disease in the human population. You know.
Wow.
And that it's enough resources to go around if you're running the show right, so to speak.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're running the show right, if you're a leader, a king, emperor, whatever, president, all right, you're supposed to set society up so whereas people are not like in America, people are morbidly obese.
We boxed in.
Yeah, exactly.
We boxed in the fucking these small ass communities, the ghettos and shit like that.
That's right. You know what that brings? That brings depression.
Yep.
You see? And so you look at the condition in America, people are morbidly obese, people are highly depressed, depressed.
Yep.
People are committing suicide.
Mhm.
Why? Because of conditions.
Yep.
And because the powers that be, the leaders, Esau, Edom, they love to have it so.
Yep.
You know, as the scriptures say, when the wicked
Bear rule. Yep.
people mourn.
Yep.
When the righteous are in authority, roughly paraphrasing, the people rejoice.
Yep.
We're not in the time of rejoicing. You see, there's another reason why we can hate the devil.
Right.
Okay?
Because
his agenda for us is absolutely no good.
Yep.
Okay? They want to eliminate us, as they say themselves, out of their own mouths.
Yep.
So this is
It's something that, can you read that again,
this is by Dave Forum, the Sierra Club, co-founder of Earth First.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that.
I thought about the Georgia Guidestones. It says that we're that the population of the earth. First of all, exactly. The scripture says, "Be fruitful and multiply."
Exactly. See?
First and foremost, be fruitful and multiply, and then, if you wouldn't have us boxed in these fucking small ass ghettos. Now, when you go into Wisconsin, the country, when you go out north, it's plenty of fucking land. It's land all around this motherfucker. So it shouldn't be nobody homeless. It shouldn't be we shouldn't be boxed in with these little ass apartments and condos and duplexes and things like that. Esau set it up like that.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
There's so much land out here. We don't need to be so boxed up together.
Yep.
But Esau put it that way so for his particular agendas.
Yep. And again, you know, Esau he is pretty much made the human experience the worst experience ever.
Yeah.
The human condition is the worst ever under the rulership, the auspices of the so-called white man, Esau.
Yep.
All right, and that's why he needs to be eliminated. That's why we hate him.
Yep.
Because he has absolutely nothing good in his heart for society as a whole, for all mankind. All right, as you can see themselves. This is Margaret Sanger. She says we don't want the word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population.
Woo!
And how they've been doing that? Through sterilization. All right, through experimentation. All right, you got disease, biochemical warfare.
Yep.
They put drugs in our neighborhoods.
Yep.
How can we love somebody that absolutely continuously shows us that they hate us? Okay. They deliberately put certain certain chemicals in our food.
Yep.
They call it forever chemicals.
Yeah.
You can't even get certain particles out of your body. And we're not supposed to hate this man. You out of your fucking mind, man. All right? And excuse my French.
Forever particles.
But I can be mad enough, and I'm justified. All right? By using those vulgar words. One must say.
And we justified in Yahweh Shemal Shah to call this man a devil.
That's right.
But you ain't supposed to eat him.
hate him.
Yep.
With all, and what was the scripture saying in Corinthians? It said we should should we not judge the smallest matters on earth? And I'm gonna get to these scriptures too. It's a lot. This is First Corinthians chapter 6. First Corinthians chapter 6, verse 2. It says, do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are you unworthy to judge the smallest matters? All right? So are we unworthy to judge the smallest matters if we're the saints? And the human condition is coming into judgment now concerning the leaders, the ones that's supposed to create society, run society a certain way. All right? And we're crying out to the Heavenly Father about unjust rulership.
Yep.
Okay? So another quotation, Theodore Roosevelt, all right, America's beloved president. He says, Edomite, by the way.
Yeah. These are all Edomites.
Yeah,
these are all Edomites.
All right. He says, society has no business to permit degenerates. That's what he called you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to reproduce their kind. And you was just saying that the Lord said what?
Be fruitful and multiply.
So these people have absolutely.
He's trying to stop our life.
Exactly.
He's trying to stop the lineage of the Israelites. He's trying to stop. He's trying. Yeah. The evolution of
the nation, man.
Yep.
So this
evolution only means to evolve.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
So he trying to stop the natural order that the Lord had established in Genesis, the first chapter.
That's right. So we got plenty that hate the so-called white man. All right. So they don't want us to reproduce our own kind. All right.
That alone should make you fucking mad.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm gonna get another one, and I'm gonna get some more precepts. David Rockefeller, banker, honorary director of Council on Foreign Relations, honorary MindNet, they're saying honorary chairman of Bilderberg Group, and founder of the Trilateral Commission, member of the Bohemian Grove. He says, whatever the price of the Chinese Revolution, it has obviously succeeded not only in producing more efficient and dedicated administration, but also in fostering high moral and community purpose. The social experiment in China under Chairman Mao's leadership is one of the most important and successful in human history. If you know anything about Mao, millions and millions upon millions, well, hundreds of millions, all right, I don't know exactly the number, died under his rule, man.
Yep.
Okay? And they saying basically society is supposed to be ran like that. He's, the ultimate template. All right, I lied. Let me get another one. It says, this is Francis Galton, first cousin and associate of Charles Darwin, circa 1883. Eugenics is the study of the agencies under social control that may improve or impair the racial qualities of future generations, either physically or mentally.
Damn.
This is the late 1800s. So they always intended to pretty much destroy certain generations. And that's why you got your so-called Negroes in the ghettos, in the slums of society.
I'm thinking about the hospitals.
Yeah.
Those them injections and all them injections and shit that they give Jake. How Jake be ADHD, retarded, and all those type of things. And then giving them the retinol and all that Adderall and all that stuff as a kid and stuff. Oh, he's yep. Double did that, man.
Yeah, so we got plenty of room to hate him.
Yep.
And these are just minor quotes.
Yeah.
Margaret Sanger says here, it says the most merciful thing that a family does to one of its infant members is to kill it.
And that's talking about Jake.
Yeah.
He's talking about the Israelites.
That's why they set up Planned Parenthood.
Exactly.
Right? It says, another quote, she says, eugenic sterilization is an urgent need. We must prevent multiplication of this bad stock. So that's what they look
talking about the Israelites.
Another one, she says, eugenics is the most adequate and thorough avenue to the solution of racial, political, and social problems. You see? And the only social problem was at that time is that the so-called white men and women hated you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Yep.
All right. So let's get back to the precepts.
18 minutes.
Come.
You can go over a little bit if you got.
So this is Isaiah chapter. Here, I'll just hit you with a few verses. This is Isaiah chapter 24. Verse 1, it says, behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, right, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. Why? Because, of course, the wickedness. All right, and it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with the master, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, with the giver of usury to him. Here's the point. The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord hath spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. All right, and we see with Esau, this is their endeavors. It's to pretty much destroy what the Lord has made and brought to the earth. All right, his course. All right. Okay, and bring about the curse upon the earth by taking that away. You see, that's why everybody's suffering. Okay, and they continue to suffer. All right. Verse 6. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Okay, because these devils who have come into power are misusing their power to bring about a certain way that they want to live, but in the light of them bringing that power, bringing that way of living, they're destroying everything around.
Yep. All the eugenics quotes and things like that, that's ultimately for the New World Order.
Yeah.
Breaking down society, destroying off, 500 million people. And we know a big bulk of that is the Israelites. So these are the reasons why we hate Esau. Eugenics is one of the reasons.
And then that's a nasty pseudoscience. That's a real nasty pseudoscience. Okay. So Psalm.
Yeah, to say I'm going to help the earth through humanitarianism and recycle and the what's that? You know, the little commercials with the green and the recycle earth, help the earth, but it's really the green earth is really destroying the earth. That's the devil.
Their secret agenda.
That's the devil.
Exactly. That's why we hate him, because he's the devil.
That's the devil.
This is Psalm 94:20. It says, "Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?" All right, and that's what they're doing. They're framing mischief by a law.
Yep.
They're bringing in mischief through their pseudoscience, by their policies.
Penal codes and yep.
Okay, they gathered themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemned the innocent blood. But the Lord is my defense, and my God is the rock of my refuge. All right, and he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yea, the Lord, our power, shall cut them off. You know?
Sure.
And so, you know, with that, this has been why, you know, we hate Esau. Okay? And it's a long list. This is just one of them. So
God.
this was edifying. Until next time, say shalom. Give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh. Ba'asham, Yahawashi, Ba'asham, Wakadash. Have honors the apostles and elders. Salutations to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.